See, I'm not judging the Muslim World League from one incident, from one person. But that's very good, I mean, very strong evidence against the Muslim World League and against the United States. Remember I told you in Chicago, in Bridgeview, that big belly? When I told him to announce the filing of the case of my case against America Online, so the community will work with me, make phone calls to America Online and tell them that they have to treat us fairly. They should treat the Muslims the same way they treat our cousins and the Christian and the other minorities, that we must have our freedom of expression on the internet. And America Online must apply their term of service and the authority that they have. They could issue warnings and terminate accounts. They should do that to all those who attack Islam, not to those who defend Islam, as in my case. They closed two of my accounts, and then the third one I closed it. So that big belly, he's from the Muslim World League until today. He gets paid from the Muslim World League. He gets paid. They say he's getting paid from Saudi Arabia. But what? Saudi Arabia doesn't pay anybody, but through the Muslim World League. That's how he gets his money. So when I told him to announce the case, he looked at me and said, "We are not going to announce it." Like that. So this is the Muslim World League. And in my trip, any masjid that's controlled by the Muslim World League in Central America, South America, or they have any influence, I was not welcomed over there. Including the other group I will come to, called Tablighi, Jama'at al-Tabligh wa Da'wah. That's to deliver and to call the people. Deliver the message and call the people. They neither deliver nor they call the people to Islam. That's what they allege. That's another story that the USA used them also through this person from the Muslim World League, Al-Bukhari, the director of the mosque in Caracas, Ibrahimi Mosque in Caracas. It's very famous. You can't miss it. It has a minaret, 130 meters high minaret. Very well known. So I tell him that I explained to him why I came to Venezuela. I never told anyone that I am there to apply for political asylum. So I wanted to do it at the beginning. I wanted just to do my work as I'm required, as my Prophet Abraham used to do, propagate the oneness of God, the oneness of the Creator. So that's what I was doing. And I needed help from the community. So this person, I got to the mosque first time, and he welcomes me. Oh, I told him I'm from the US. Oh, you are welcome, and all this. And I told him I sleep in the van. He said, "No, come and sleep inside the mosque." I said, "No, I don't sleep inside the mosque. I have a van, I have a bed, I sleep in the van, in the bed in the van." So I was staying over there, but I have to tell the people the truth. And then he saw there was another one who was an agent from the FBI. He works with the American government. He's the link, and he was over there as a spy. He's bodybuilt guy. His name, he calls himself Muhammad Amin. He has another name. I forgot his name. He's bodybuilder. I mean, you cannot miss him over there. He's a bodybuilder. I mean, he will scare you from the way his body is built. He's a FBI agent, and he's the one who bought me a telephone. I don't know if the telephone is here. He bought me a telephone in order for them to be in contact with me, to see where am I at. He's the one who kept calling me all the time. I don't know where the phone is at. Anyhow, so he tells me, "Why don't do you have visa? Where's your passport?" So I tell him, "Well, this is my passport, and this is my visa, and this is the permit for my van. So everything is legal. I am here." So he said, "I want to make a copy of it." I said, "No problem. You could make a copy of it." So he made a copy of it, and they had a copy of it, and What happened after that? He got information from the USA through that person, Muhammad Amin. If not directly, then indirectly through somebody in the name of Muhammad Amin, his bodybuild guy. Uh, Then I asked him for help in order to, it was the time of the count of the cartoon, the Danish cartoon. I told him, well, there's another way of doing it. If we have an exhibit and make a counter cartoon, then everything's going to be okay. And that's the civilized way. That's the right way. They made a cartoon, make a counter cartoon, and let the people judge. They see the cartoon, they see the counter cartoon. I told them that I do have the counter cartoon. So he looked at it. Oh, he said, "This is nice," and I'm going to tell the guys, Jama'ah, so they will adopt it and print it. He was saying all these things, but actually he was getting information from me. But in secret, I have said nothing, just like my cousin Jesus Christ. So the honorable, noble cousin Jesus Christ. So in secrets, I have nothing in secrets. I always say the truth. This is what I came here for. I want to bring the people together. Instead of the people fighting each other, I want to bring the people into peace. I want them. I have common ground from the Bible and the Quran. So I say, instead of fighting each other, because everybody's interpreting whatever their own way and making the people fight. So I have an interpretation based on the rules of interpretation that's used worldwide. That's what lawyers study. So I said, I use the rules of interpretation on the Quran and on the Bible. So we have common ground. So let the people get together according to these common grounds from the two books in order to stop the fight worldwide. So I'm in mission of peace, in a mission of peace. Later, he got information, and through that, Muhammad Amin, and Muhammad Amin was talking to me too, and we used to go eat pizza together. He used to invite me. Normally the one from that area, he's the one who invites the guests. So he was inviting me and all that, and he was getting information from me. But what's information? Everything is open. Like everything I told you, what happened when my wife abused my daughter, and my daughter called me, and that's the whole story. Until they had this attempt on my life, and I filed that case. Everything is documented. So I brought everything, actually, what started from 2002 until the filing of that case in 2006. I put it in that case of Noah versus Bilagabit. So I have nothing to hide. In secret, I have said nothing. Anyhow, so he gets information and he tells me you have to leave the mosque. You cannot park in the mosque. Imagine, they allege, the Muslim World League allege, when you go on Wikipedia and you search, when you go on Google and you search Muslim World League, you go on Wikipedia, they say that they propagate Islam, they do dawah. So I'm doing dawah. They're doing nothing about the counter cartoon. What did they do? Tell me, what did they do? I was distributing flyers, counter cartoon, in order to cool the problem. But there are people, they want to add a fuel to the problem. That's the United States. They were planning, it's part of that they want the people to accept the 9/11 preposterous scenario of the USA. So they did this thing, and later they did the fitna by Git Wilder. That's all helps the 9/11. They want the people to accept the preposterous scenario of 9/11. That's why Git Wilder, he mentioned 9/11. And I responded to him in my YouTube channel, Fitna 5. And I sent him the link. I sent to Git Wilder the link for my YouTube channel, and he did not reply. Not only to him, to all the members of his party. So he gets information that I must get out. He knows that I don't have money, because I told him I don't have money to go to hotels. And then it's very dangerous. I mean, they will kill you in the van, and they will kill me in the van, and they will take the van from me. That's Venezuela. It's very well known. Okay? But let's see what happens.